David Pulvis here, and I'm coming to you from here in New Orleans. And I just wanted to give you guys a quick peek of the new Lead the Field coaching program. It's one of the fabulous programs that I've been privy to. It's one thing that I always like to do is operate from a position of what is called more authority, which basically means that I would never suggest or offer something to you that I personally do not utilize. And in order for me to give you my golden seal, if you will, I must think I have to use it and have results in my life. And so far, I've been really, really impressed with this program. It's very thorough. I'm really kind of addicted to it, which is kind of what you want to get to. You really want to make it a part of your new habit. You want to form new habits. You want to make this part of your new paradigm. So without further ado, guys, let me log into my back office here. And I just want to share with you a couple things that you will be getting when you do decide to get the new Lead the Field coaching program. If you on the fence, not really sure what's about or what, if it's worth the dollars. It's always like this, and this is what one of my mentors always says. It's like you got to learn how to invest in yourself. The money that we use to buy things, oftentimes they're liabilities. They're not really assets, and oftentimes we don't invest in ourselves. It's a perspective change. You're not really just throwing money down the drain, which a lot of times we do. We buy things that depreciate in value, don't add value to you. And, over time, they just become worth little. But a program like this really will help you to lead the field no matter what you're doing, no matter what you want to do. If you really want to embrace your life and make your income match your goals, match your dreams, if you want to really just embrace life and do more, have more, and be more, no matter what part of the life you're in, if you're just starting out in your field, if you're not really sure what you're doing, if you've been doing it for a while now, you need to renew your goals, because remember that success is the realization of a worthy ideal. If you're not in pursuit of something, then you're not really working toward anything. And remember, one of the first laws is that we're either creating or disintegrating. So if you're not working towards something, then you're really at that moment disintegrating. We want to continue to grow, because everything changes, everything moves, everything lives, vibrates. So without further ado, all right, here we go. So this is my back office. It will be a little different from you, but I'm gonna click on the program that I'm talking about now, which is the new Lead the Field coaching program, which was originally done by Earl Nightingale. And Bob actually was very influenced by Earl Nightingale. He actually, so much so that he went to sought him out and worked with him back in the early 60s. So this is like firsthand knowledge of not only this program he internalized as he became a success and became a millionaire, but after the fact he was like, man, how did this change? How did I become what I become? How did I earn so much money? Because everything that I was told was that I was a loser and that I shouldn't be getting the results that I'm getting, but I am getting. So he began this 9-year mission. Well, he began a mission that lasted 9 years to figure out what had happened, and basically he realized these universal laws and truths that were deeply embedded inside the Lead the Field, the Lead the Field that Earl Nightingale actually created back in the 50s and late 50s. So Bob has really parsed this like a scientist. He's been using it to get his results, but he's also shows you the hidden universal laws and how they're embedded and how to make it practical, how to make it tangible to yourself, and how you can really embrace and really figure out what it is that you want, so you can get what you want, not get what somebody else want or don't get anything. Because remember, we are creators. We don't get a choice in being a creator. What you choose is your life. You either create by design or by default, but you create you must, because that's who we are. That is our character. All right, so in the first page of the new Lead the Field coaching, you will see a welcome video about Bob. Basically, pretty much what I've told you. He tells you a little more adequately. I mean, a little more eloquently, and he does that about 10 minutes. And you can go through. I'm just going to go through quickly the lessons. Now, listen. I started this program about. I'm on day 32, and the reason why I know this is because at the very onset Bob suggests that we that you pick your goal and that you write down your goal in the present tense, and you do it daily, and you write it down before you start the coaching program. So for those of you who don't know, the coaching program is actually 121 days. Now let's jump real quickly to the lessons area, just so you know what's going on. There's 12 chapters in Earl Nightingale's Lead the Field Coaching. So in order to really change your paradigm, which is basically your habitual way of thinking that's been programmed into your subconscious mind, you got to really replace it, like Buckminster Fuller said. In order to, you got to replace an idea with a better idea. So this course is broken down, and each lesson, which is over 12 lessons, you deal with 10 days. The first 10 days, the first 5 days, Bob has a video up front where he gives you a little intro, gives you something to think about, and then he goes into the lesson. And then after after those 5 days, up the 6th day, Sandy Gallagher comes in and she gives you a little more inspiration, some insights about how she uses it and how to really keep you further focused on the path. And she makes it applicable with her own personal journey and how she became and got what she's got right now. She's a brilliant person in her own right. So basically each lesson is 10 days long, which spans out to exactly 121 days. So, and it's locked for your protection. So you see right here, I'm actually on lesson 3. So, and I'm on, like I said, I'm on day 50. No, why keep wanting to say 50? It's day 32. And I've listened, I like colors, so I wrote out my goal, and each day, so I can keep track of what day I'm on, and I look at my goal before I start, and I continually meditate upon my goal, so I know that I can transmute it into the physical, the universe, the universal intelligence, so that it can be transmuted into my physical reality. So I'm on day 32, and you see here, which is actually lesson 3, and I'm halfway, 2 or 3 more days left in this portion of lesson. So you have each lesson broken out, and it's on a time lock, so you don't get ahead of yourself. You know how we get real anxious and we don't really stay diligent with how the course is laid out. And if you follow this course already, and by being on day 32, I can personally tell you that this has been life-changing. I feel that I'm vibrating at a higher frequency. I'm feeling enthused. I'm more in tune with my goal. I've made it very clear and succinct so that I can manifest just this particular goal, so I can get to the next goal, because I have many goals that I want to make happen. And I'm feeling there's a zeal that I have for reading and listening to the videos. As you see here, I'm jumping ahead. So let me just scroll down to show you that there's exactly 12 lessons here, 5 on each side, 5 in the front, 5 on the back, which is the 10 days. But let me go into the lesson where I am right now, a worthy destination. Let me show you how that looks. So like I said, in the beginning of each lesson, Bob gives you a short video. It's usually under 10 minutes or so. This one is 8 minutes. And then you actually have the audio, which you can listen here, or you can actually download it into a sound. You can play it on your iPad or your iPhone, Android too, and you can listen to it via SoundCloud, or you can actually just strictly download this bad boy, and you can sync it with your whatever mobile device that you have on your listening device. And then there's an action planner. So as you see here, guys, this is my 3 that I've downloaded thus far. Now you can actually print these out. He actually suggests that you print them out. I have not printed them out yet because I like to do things digital right now. And I've been utilizing each PDF, and I go through them. You know what I basically do. I'm gonna show you exactly what I do. I go in and put it into full screen mode, And I started, start the audios, and then I check it out, get in my zone, and then as he reads, and every word of the audios is written here, so I actually follow along, because when you really want to make a strong impact on your life and really change your paradigm, you want to get all this information into you want to impress. Anything that you impress must be expressed, and you want to impress. Make sure that you impress it into your subconscious mind as with repetition. And you want to make sure that all the gateways to your subconscious minds are in tune with what you're trying to focus on. So it's good to read and follow along. If you, by any chance, if you don't have the audio right now, like if you're in the car, you can't read and listen. So you can listen. Or if you just like laying down in bed, you can just listen. You don't always have to read, but I like to get in my little, come to the office and then just read verbatim what he says, pause sometimes and think about what he says. There's a section for, like, if you do print out everything, you can actually take notes and whatnot. But I actually just have a little pad wherever I jot down notes or get quotes that I want to meditate on or share with on my Facebook page or wherever, or just things I want to ponder even further. I'll just write it down and make a note of it and make sure that happens. But there's right now there's lessons 1, 2, and 3, which I've been through 1 and 2. And like I said, guys, I'm on lesson 3 right now. I just want to show you that right there. What else? There's also a place where you can leave comments at the bottom. What's cool now? So listen, if you invest in the program, just getting this 120 days of this information, literally it's like nothing that I've ever really dealt with at this consistent and that high focus level, which is where when you add focus to a thing, you intensify and you increase the amplitude of vibration. So when you increase the amplitude of vibration, it's like a laser. It's like looking at the sun. If the sun is coming down at you, and as a kid, the sun will come down and we go outside and play. But then there sometimes you used to be like an ant pile or like some grass, and then you take a magnifying glass and you hold that magnifying glass over a particular object. Well, what you do, you intensify, you magnify the sun rays until that whatever it's pointing to, and actually it intensifies, becomes like a laser, and it begins to smoke, and soon it will burn a little bit. So that's what happens when you activate your will and you become focused on something and you intensify. So by intensifying the vibration of whatever it is you focus on, you actually help it to grow and come back at you quicker than normally. So that's why you want to be really focused on this stuff. So like I was saying, even if the course stopped at that 120 days of just pure goodness, it will be well worth it. But guys, is more. So there's a Q&A section where we have our first one's coming up. Let me open up the tab here. The first one is coming up, was basically, it's going to be like a video chat where you get to talk with Bob and Sandy. And if you have some questions that are pertaining to the lessons that you've been dealing with, you write your questions out here and you submit them. And then they will actually go through all the questions and they will answer them for you. So you actually have this dialogue in real time about what's going on, some questions that you may have, which is powerful because now you get direct access to them as well. And then there's a resources tab, which basically, if you want to jump through each one of the courses after they're unlocked, and you can quickly go through each lesson, which coincides with the chapters of Earl Nightingale's Lead the Field. You can do that as well. Now, guys, this is the bonus section. Now, listen, on top of the 120-day coaching program, 10 days on each lesson, 5 up front with Bob and then 5 with Sandy, for each lesson for 120 days with the Q&A sessions. These are the bonuses you get. Oh my goodness. You get, this is the latest training that Bob does on the law of attraction, which he has such a brilliant and a tangible understanding that he knows how to make it succulent enough where a novice, like a baby, can understand this. Well, this is 44 minutes of him giving you the law of attraction training. Now, and he suggests that you watch it every day for like 6 months, which I plan on doing it. I'm like so captivated with it. I'm learning, and it's being engraved into my subconscious. So you cannot help but to grow to the next level and raise your awareness, so your vibration will be raised, so that you can receive the good that you're desiring, which is at a higher level. So you get this training. Now, this program I actually already had, because I've been a student of Bob's for a while now, and I'm also, disclaimer, I'm a consultant with PGI, which I love dearly. But before even any of that happened, I actually bought this program, which is called Working with the Law, that Bob Proctor did with Mary Morrissey, which deals with the 11 forgotten laws. I'm actually writing and doing an open diary discussion upon these laws on my blog, but you get access to the workbook and all the files, which you can listen on SoundHound, SoundHound. You can listen on SoundCloud, or you can download the audios. Okay, amazing. Now, I hope you're still sitting down, because this is ridiculous. So Bob has been like giving seminars about how for personal growth since he found out about it, found out what happened in his life after he amassed millions, and it's like, what just happened? It took him almost 10 years to figure out what happened. And he began his life mission, his life quest was begin to share and help other people understand who you are, so you can tap into the same energy, same focus, same source, so you can do the likewise, if not greater. So for the past 3 years, he's giving you access to his seminars, which cost upward of $2,000 each. You can get the live stream for about $150, but to be there live, is like $1,500 to $2,000. Well, guess what, guys? He's giving you access to one of each of the ones he's done in the last 3 years. So you have the ABCs of success, which is 3 days. It's like 3 hours. Like it's 3 hours of stuff. Day 1 session, day 2 session, day 3 session. It's like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday session. You get all of this stuff as a bonus. And all the articles, all the resources, everything that they talked about within that particular seminar, that live seminar, you get access to. Let me go back. This is just the ABCs of success, and then you have the seminar of the century, which is I haven't even watched this one yet. I have not seen the ABCs of success yet, or the seminar of the century, which I'm really on pins and needles to get to. My goal right now is just trying to is planning my day, managing my events, so that I can plug into and get a little bit of time. The Science of Getting Rich seminar, which I love, I've seen, is powerful, amazing. You get all 3 days of this bad boy. We're talking about like 3 hours long each day, 3-4 hour sessions, 6 hours, depending on which day it is. You also get the classic events. This is one of the ones I checked out, where he put the Science of Getting Rich, You Were Born Rich, Think and Grow Rich, and Your Invisible Power. Those are like the seminars, the main focus of these events. I actually saw this one as well. Extremely powerful stuff. You get all this. Guys, I hope you can understand. This stuff is mind blowing. It's almost like too much. It's like abundance. This is what abundance is. Abundance is overflowing. There's like way more than enough. And then you get the goal achiever. I have not seen this. I look forward to seeing this, checking this out. Look, just showing you all the different days. Days. You get at least 3 days of each session. These are like the main seminars, and then you get the paradigm shift, which is the latest one that he just did. And we got one coming up, and I think February. And this is, guys, these are just bonuses that you have access to. So, you decide what you want to do. You decide what you get in your life. What you have right now is because of the decisions that you make. And I just want to help you gather all the information that you need, so you can make an intelligent decision, so that you can do differently. So that, just because you know something don't mean you're going to do something. So I just want to help you make your decision greater than what you've been getting so far. Give you a sneak peek of what has been happening here. I hope you've enjoyed this quick look through. Hit me up either email me or send me a message. Let me know what you think. And, you know, I would love to hear your thoughts. Like I said, I'm going through the process myself. Would love to connect with you and share with some things that you going through, some aha moments. And, you know, would love to just everyone blow up at the same time. So thank you. Remember that abundance is your birthright, but you will only possess that which your conscious mind is able to discern. So raise your level of awareness and expect abundance. Expect the good that you desire, and you shall soon see it. Thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.